everybody, and welcome to our latest Intelligence Insights brief. I'm Ross Hill, Director of Intelligence for At Risk International's Global Risk Intelligence team, and with me today I have one of our protective intelligence analysts, Roman Fisher. Kick off today with Iran's uranium enrichment. The International Atomic Energy Agency confirmed that in late January it had discovered uranium particles enriched to almost 84% purity. That's fairly close to the grade needed to make nuclear weapons. The material was found at the Fordow nuclear facility south of Tehran in Iran. Some assessments suggesting that it would take just 12 days for Iran to produce enough material for a nuclear weapon, although some other assessments kind of saying that might be a few weeks away. But having the material is actually different to having the capability to construct a viable nuclear weapon. And the US intelligence agency, CIA, continues to assess that Iran hasn't actually made a decision on nuclear weaponization yet. But it did also say that Iran has been developing its missile program alongside its nuclear program. So should it want to, it could likely develop a nuclear weapon. Iran also continuing to deepen military ties with Russia, which is also a concern. Iran actually said the enrichment was an accident, but the IAEA is pressing the country for a better explanation and is also seeking better access to its nuclear program to carry out various inspections. Israel is obviously one of the most concerned countries. It claims that Iran is just taking a series of sort of slow, small steps towards developing nuclear weapons rather than taking kind of big leaps that might kind of provoke some kind of significant action towards it. So Israel is reiterating its calls for sanctions to be reintroduced against Iran and also for developing a viable military option should it be required. Generally thought that any military operation against Iran would be coordinated between Israel and the US, and they did actually recently do a long-range strike exercise. But there is also concern that Israel could act unilaterally. We see Israel carry out cross-border attacks in places like Syria when it has concerns over its own national security. And the US is sending defense officials to visit Israel this week. But a military strike against Iran is probably not likely at this stage. But the discovery of the enriched uranium does increase the risk of things like cyber and other attacks against Iranian nuclear facilities and scientists, which Israel has done pretty successfully in the past. And now I'll hand you over to Roman Fisher.
Thank you, Ross. Dwindling budgets, low recruitment, and the lingering impacts of the pandemic are causing major staffing problems for police agencies around the country. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics and the Census Bureau released data that shows a steady decline in both law enforcement and local government jobs. From March 2020 to August 2022, the number of local law enforcement employees decreased by 4%. The problem is affecting departments big and small. Large cities like Los Angeles and New York continue to have to adjust their operations due to staffing concerns. However, smaller cities are also having to make some hard decisions. For example, the Greenfield, Massachusetts department has ended its night shift patrols, leaving their community reliant on the Massachusetts State Highway Patrol to handle emergencies. The political climate in the U.S. is also having an impact on police forces. In Austin, many officers are reportedly leaving the department because of the perception that the politically left majority have been hostile towards police. Similar situations have been reported in San Francisco, Seattle, and Portland. Increased crime rates are forcing people and businesses to leave areas with high crime rates. Teneo, a global executive advisory firm, states that increasing crime rates will remain a top security concern for businesses this year. In Portland, Walmart is closing all of its stores in the city due to high retail theft, which will affect 600 employees. Finally, the police staffing problem is creating new opportunities for private security, but with mixed expectations. In St. Louis, wealthier neighborhoods have employed private police, giving them a level of service poor areas cannot afford, and allegedly fueling racial and economic disparities. In Maryland, lawmakers are considering private security options to fill the police gap, but the idea is already facing scrutiny. Recently, private security guards patrolling in Baltimore have shot 3 men, killing 2. And that's what we have for you today. We do appreciate you spending a little bit of time with us. We hope you found the information useful, and we hope to see you again soon. Thank you.